Welcome back to the Anthony Lee Crypto channel. Guys, just a quick little intro before we dive into your coin. If you don't want to hear the intro, click down below on the timestamp, skip forward to your coin, no problem. I just want to let you know a little bit about me and the channel and what we do here, guys. I'm going to keep it real with you. First and foremost, I don't care about the fundamentals of your coin. I know some of you are going to give me some hate mail down below and tell me how your coin's the latest, greatest thing. It's going to 1000x tomorrow, and that's great. But I'll be honest, guys, I don't care. I don't care at all. I trade based upon and invest based upon technicals, okay? Do you have any idea how many times I've heard a coin's narrative say, we're going to cure cancer, we're going to solve world hunger, and it doesn't live up to the hype? So you have to fall back on the technicals in the event that it doesn't play out the way you think it's going to, or the way some moon boys have convinced you it's going to, okay? And if it does play out, great, that's just a bonus. But if it doesn't, what can you realistically expect from a retrace level or a breakout level based upon technical analysis? And that's what we're trying to give here. You should know that I skip sensitivity trading. I don't care. I'm not here to sugarcoat and dance around your feelings. I'm here to keep it real with you because this is your investment. This is your life savings. You should appreciate someone willing to shoot you straight, okay? I've been here for 3 bull runs and now on my 3rd bear market. And I'm not saying that I'm always right, but I do play the higher probability. So I'm going to be right way more than I'm wrong, okay? It's like a casino. They don't win every hand, but they stick to higher probability games. And in the long run, they win way more than they lose. Just like in our Discord, which by the way, slide on over there, AnthonyLeeCrypto.com. Join the VIP Discord. We have mentorship programs, all sorts of good things to help you out. But in the VIP Discord, my goal starting February 1st with the Discord was to grow altcoin bags through spot trading. So we made an initial investment and we were going to try to 10x our holdings before the next cycle. So far, we have 4x them and we have some really big altcoin bags. So if we can 10x our holdings and then ride that wave up, we've made 10 times more money than we would have without investing a single penny more. So if that sounds good to you, head on over there, AnthonyLeeCrypto.com. Other than that, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We're going to continue these altcoin videos throughout the next cycle. Love to have you around. Let's dive into your coin. All right, y'all, taking a look at Worldcoin. I am on the weekly Binance chart. And before I get some hate mail, because I'm probably fixing to tell you some things you're not going to want to hear on Worldcoin, but I'm not hating on this coin. I am a large, well, let's call it moderate investor in Worldcoin. I give these trade updates and have been for quite some time in my Discord, but I'm a realist when it comes to Worldcoin. So I know what I expect out of this coin. A lot of you are expecting $12 all-time high again, and I'm going to tell you that is never, ever going to happen. So stick with me and hear me out. So I'm telling you this plan as I'm literally walking through it myself because I own this coin, okay? So I'm not trying to hate on the coin and steer you towards something else. I just want you to have realistic expectations. And I want to show you how you can accumulate this coin as I have. In fact, I'll show you. If I click over to my Discord real quick, you can see I've been spot trading this coin for quite some time. I started on February the 1st, I think. But you can see here in my Discord on May the 2nd, before the big Worldcoin pump, I put out this big long post about an update about my Worldcoin spot holdings. And I'll zoom in on this Kraken trade. I bought 140,000 Worldcoin. My first spot trade for $55,000 on February the 1st, okay? And I've just spot traded. I've not added a single penny of my capital to this coin, just spot trading. And then before the big pump, I gave it right before the big pump. I had spot traded several trades. I was able to buy 362,000 Worldcoin. And this was on May the 2nd, okay? Right before the big pump, and that was 23.5 cents, okay? And Worldcoin currently today sits at a price of 63 cents. So almost a 3x from there, guys. So we have tripled our accumulating or our holdings on Worldcoin without investing a single nickel. We do this in the Discord. Join us, AnthonyLeeCrypto.com. This is one of the coins I'll be accumulating along the way. So let's take a look at Worldcoin. Let me show you why we're not going to do all-time high again. So in March of 24, Worldcoin set an all-time high about 12 bucks, $1.8 billion market cap and 150 million circulating supply. Fast forward to 2025, you set a cycle high here of $2.21 $4.4 billion market cap and $2 billion circulating supply. Pay attention here, guys. You had triple the market cap, so 3 times more, almost 3 times more money in this asset, right? 1.8 to 4.4. It's almost triple, not quite triple, but almost triple the money in this asset. Yet your price was 80% less. Okay, 80% less price. Why? Because you added about 12% to your circulating supply. You went from 150 million to 2 billion coins. So even though this was bullish, and if we look at coin market cap, you can see the trend up here. This was bullish from a market cap, right? You had more investors come in, a lot more money come into this coin, but price was significantly less because the unlock schedule here is insane, okay? Let's take a look at today. We have a price of about 64 cents, market cap of 2.2 billion, and 3.45 circulating supply. Now, pay attention here. Again, 2.2 billion. That's more money in this asset than you had at $12. You have more money in Worldcoin, but instead of $12, you're at 64 cents. Okay? You're being diluted. The market is being diluted with token unlocks. And I got really bad news for you Worldcoin holders. Worldcoin doesn't unlock every few years or even once a year. It is every single day they unlock coins. Go look up the unlock schedule. By next cycle, anticipated top of next cycle, maybe a little different depending if you top later or earlier. It just depends, but 4-year cycle, we're anticipating Q4 2029. It's going to be close enough. You're going to have about 6 billion coins, which is about double what you have now, and it is 40 times more than you had back at all-time high. 40 times more. That means at a $1.8 billion market cap at $12 price, you're going to have to do almost an $80 billion market cap. That is 40 times where your current market cap is. That is not going to happen. That is never going to happen. And guys, I'm very bullish. I think that Worldcoin is one of the most bullish coins there is by far. But people won't see that because too many people only look at price, okay? But Worldcoin, and I know I talk about not paying attention to fundamentals, but it is the undoubted leader in human verification technology. The iris scan, Sam Altman backing the project, whole 9 yards. This big pump here lately has been a news-driven pump. I expect it to retrace most of the way back. It was news. Worldcoin partnered with a few bands, large bands, 30 Seconds to Mars. The talk of Ticketmaster taking them on to prevent scalping and all that kind of good stuff. So a news-driven pump, which we anticipate retracing. But even if it doesn't, guys, even if it doesn't, you're going to be watered down with daily unlocked tokens. Hear me, guys. Over time, it's hard to see now because it's just a little bit each day, but over time, over the next few years, as you double your circulating supply and 40 exit from the top, it's going to waterlog this coin, okay? And I'm right there with you. I own this coin. So what we can do is we can throw on market cap retraces. If you cannot fib this, you absolutely cannot fib this. You will not hit one of these fib levels. You won't do it, okay? It's not going to happen because this is not linear. You can't fib this. It would only be linear if you had the same number of coins, but you don't. So I have gone ahead and thrown on the Fibonacci on your market cap, and then we'll divide that by your total circulating supply of 6 billion. And here's your retrace levels. And it's going to look funny for now, okay? Because you're already higher than some of the retrace levels, but you won't be once the coins start accumulating the unlocks, okay? If more interest doesn't come in the coin as they're being unlocked, this is just going to push down, okay? So if you were to retrace at the time of the next cycle, I'm not talking about with the coins you have now. That's why this is hard for you to see. But at the time of the next cycle, if you were to retrace to the golden pocket, you're just going to come up here to 60 cents, okay? And that's a real possibility. However, I do think that Worldcoin is one of the more bullish coins. I mean, you almost tripled your market cap before, so I actually think you're going to do something like, here's my bull run price prediction. Let me just throw it out to you. But be aware of these levels, guys. And this is how we accumulate. So when price comes back down, and it will come back down, okay? We can use these as it comes back up as resistance points. When you get back to what will be the golden pocket, you're probably going to find resistance. We could look to sell there if we get the reaction we need. As it comes back from the first rejection, we rebuy, come up, sell, rebuy, sell, rebuy, and that's how we accumulate coins. That is how I've added over 200,000 coins to my holdings since February the 1st in the Discord, guys. But I do think, here's my bull run price prediction for Worldcoin. I do think you're going to do a $13.2 billion market cap and a price of $2.20. I think you'll come up and take out this wick high, 13.2 billion, which is a 3x on your all-time high market cap. I think you're going to 3x it. That's very bullish. Most coins don't even come close to that, guys. And if we throw back on our market cap retrace levels, I'm going to put you somewhere between the 2.618 and 3.618 retrace levels. So that is it. I do think you're going to get another shot at this green box down here, somewhere between 35 and 20, call it 25 to 35 cents. I think you're going to get another shot on the pullback there and ride up to a 220. So somewhere in the neighborhood of a 10x from current price, or about 15x if you caught the bottom. So that is my price prediction, $2.20 Worldcoin next cycle. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of that, and I will see you guys next time.